What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the farm. If you're new here, I'm John, and we have a small Kunekune pig operation here in the northern Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, and we are heading out right now to do some chores. It's Sunday, and boy, it's been hot. I'm talking miserably hot. We got 4 inches of rain 2 nights ago. Really bad storms blew through. I'm talking the lightning counts were really high. We had a pretty good light show going on. Had poor little Astrid freaked out. It took me forever to get her to come out of the house yesterday just to go to the bathroom. So lots going on. I shouldn't say that. There really ain't a lot going on because it's been so hot. The big thing is keeping the pigs, watered, because pigs don't sweat. So one of the ways they keep their body temperature regulated is by rolling in the mud. So we got to make sure they got a steady supply of water. Now with the dry, we take it all the way back. We had a pretty dry winter, drier spring than normal. And even though we got 4 inches of rain the other night, it's been really dry around here. To the point where the grass is dying and all that stuff. So we've been really cautious with how we've been using water. Because we're running out in our spring house. It takes a little while to fill back up once we run it down. So we're just trying to be mindful of that and keep everybody happy. So anyway, today it is Sunday, like July 30th or something like that, and I just got bit by something tasted me. We're castrating pigs this evening, so this video probably won't come out until later on this week, which is fine. It's not like anybody's gonna have their feelings hurt. So anyway, we're gonna get out here, get these pigs fed and watered, check on the chicks, just give everybody the typical once over, and we'll see what else we can get into. All right, I hear the squeals of delight down here. right, well, hopefully y'all caught some of that. Basically just took their wallow and made it about 4 times bigger than it was. Every time I stack dirt back here, make like a little dam, they'll root right through it and let the water run off. Now, I don't know why they do it, but I took this back another 4 or 5 foot there, so it'll fit more than a handful of pigs. Now, of course, they're checking it out. Let me get them some water in here before they start dumping stuff. These pigs is crazy, man. Well, they'll all check it out. I would bet it won't take long. They'll have that knocked back open, trying to get water to drain out for some reason. I don't know why. But I gave them some that's a little shallower over here. Hopefully they can get the mud stirred up and we'll have happy pigs. I mean, I don't know if there's such thing as a happy pig. There's not unhappy pigs. But they're pigs. They know what they want and that's all they want. So another change you'll notice is the coop that was up here is now down here by the dahlias. Now, we did a lot of work the other day to get the rest of the dahlia posts put in. And then we moved this chicken coop down here and we put an electric net around it. We've had this electric net for a long time. It's been up in the barn. Luckily, it's still good. We put a shade cloth out here for them. But we've been losing a lot of chickens. Shouldn't say a lot. We've been losing enough chickens that it's noticeable. We don't know where they're going. I haven't seen hawks. I haven't seen any other type of predator sign. But we're about to start letting those chicks out of the barn and getting them into here. See, these fools heard me throw the chickens some scratch and it's like feed time never happened. Y'all know y'all don't get fed again. We only got 3 roosters left. This little guy right here, right there, and right over here. So if we had about, I'd hate to guess on how many roosters we had. We had a mess of them. I think that one batch of eggs Amanda and them hatched out. Out of the 11 that hatched, 9 of them are roosters. Now we've given some away, and a couple of them went to a stew pot. So anyway, we'll get this girl weaned today, get her back out there in Gen Pop, and we'll do cast. Look, y'all done went swimming in y'all's waters. I just put fresh water in all those. So we got a few piglets out of here that are getting castrated today, and all of these over here that are males, maybe save for one. Now this guy here has the dark red one, who is Mr. Darcy. He has a scrotal hernia, so not sure we're going to be able to castrate him. And if he turned around there, it would be obvious. I know a lot of people are asking questions about this these days. It's not an uncommon occurrence in coonies. We don't have it too often, I should say, a couple times a year, but it is a thing. So we'll talk about scrotal hernias in a whole other video. But yeah, we'll get her out of here today. She's tossing her piglets anyway. They're eating feed. I can't say I've seen her let them nurse recently. So she'll come out. These guys will get snipped. I think we'll put all the females, maybe the females over here and the castrated males, and maybe the 1 or 2 that stay intact we'll put on this side and just separate them out. Let them start getting used to each other. I mean, at some point, we normally put them together, and I'll start stringing hot wire out here to get them trained and let them eat this patch down. So it's, that'll be coming here real soon. And one of the boars back over here is leaving today. And then we got another one leaving next weekend. They're growing out to be some good-looking boars, in my humble opinion. Hey everybody, what's going on? Well, as you can see, it's Monday. Actually, you don't know it's Monday, but it's Monday. This would be July 31st, I'm guessing. So got Fig off her piglets yesterday. As you can tell, she is not completely acclimated with the general population yet. I think she's going to get fed on her own every day. That'll change pretty quick. The Wallow is doing amazing. This is, just as good as I hoped it would be. Now they've knocked that down a little bit, but still holding water, which is what we want. So water them up. Now one of their waters is cracked, so I got it hanging on the fence, but that's okay. They're mostly laying in them right now anyway. So we did get all the piglets castrated yesterday, except for the 2 boarlings that are sold, and another one left the farm yesterday. So that was, I thought we only had 4 that were getting castrated, and we ended up doing 6. And the one that had the scrotal hernia, we ended up doing it as well. And like I said, I'll do a video here coming up on scrotal hernias. Not that I'm an expert, but I do want to talk about it because it's becoming a thing. A lot more people are discovering that this is an issue that you may come across. So anyway, so I got the tractor fired up. We're about to go back here to the back and do some cleanup. and I have some work to do back there. We had a cow on our property yesterday that is not one of ours, come from the neighbor's side, which is not a big deal. I had a fence or a tree go down on the fence, so we're gonna go back here and do some cleanup. I did go grab the gentleman yesterday, and they are amazing guys. They came over, we got the cow out of our pasture, kept our cows in our pasture, and then we put a patch on the fence, temporary for now. Like I said, I've told y'all before, if you watch any of our videos, this whole fence line needs to be replaced. And those gentlemen were telling me they put that fence line in back in 1977, so it's showing its age. But a lot of these sumacs back here are falling. So anyway, we got a cow that came over to visit. We were down here castrating pigs, so this was later on in the afternoon. And I see a cow come running up, and it was a black cow. It didn't have horns, so it was a no-brainer that was not our cow. So luckily we were on the last couple pigs, and a couple of them were just coming out of anesthesia. So we, hey, Lemon girl, Lemon's coming, giving me a drive-by. So anyway, the girls finished wrapping that up. I went out and helped the guys get the cow out of the pasture. Wasn't a big deal. It was just, you know, something you didn't expect. But I got a couple other trees back here that are looking pretty sketchy, so I'm gonna see if I can push them over with the tractor, and if not, then I'm gonna get the chainsaw and we'll do it the old-fashioned way. So anyway, that's where we're at. Whew, hotter out here than I thought it was. So as you can see, these sumacs are dead as they can be. Now I have this cedar tree here that I've seen better days. Now I just put these on the ground. So, you know, if they would have fell this way, obviously would have been on the farmer's fence. And as you can see, if you can tell, it's pretty rough through here. So a couple of my trees have already met their fence. I'd really like to stay in their good graces. Now, I thought I had a cattle panel yesterday, but I didn't. So by the time I got back out here, they'd put a couple T-posts in the ground, and I had a couple of hog panels. Now this is completely overkill for the pigs and the cattle, but I couldn't leave a gap on the bottom because the cows won't crawl under it, but the pigs will. And I couldn't leave it down because the pigs won't get under it, but the cows might jump right over it. So healthy compromise for now. I think what I'm going to do is put a gate in right here. I'm going to try to clean some of this up. These goldenrods and other weeds that are here. As you can see, I got a couple smaller trees that are showing their age too. But if we could put a gate in right here, that would be good. So if we had the problem again, open the gate, let the cows out. And if I ever want to let them bring their cows in to graze, or if I got a pig that's on the other side of the fence, I can just walk through and run the pigs back in. Anyway, what I'm gonna do right now is try to push a bunch of this deadfall up on this pile and see if I can't work this area up a little bit and just smooth it out. Man, I'm sweating. Sorry, y'all don't see me over here. See if I can get some of this cleaned up and just pulled back out of the way and knock a bunch of that down. There's still some stumps in there, but I cut these trees down, I think two years ago. So these stumps are coming up like butter, which is score, because yeah, my tractor, there ain't enough meat on this thing to really mess with stumps of that size, but so far it seems to be popping them right out, which is good. I popped this one out just a minute. As you can see, it's rotted out. But yeah, that's a pretty good size stump right there for this tractor. Anyway, feels good getting those down. I'll give this tree a push once I get some cleanup done and see if it feels like it wants to come over. What I don't want to do is start dorking around with these and the top fall out of it and end up on top of me. So I got to be real careful. Now, when I was pushing these other trees, that I had enough limbs that were blocking this side that as it fell, I was pretty confident I wasn't going to get anything on my nugget. Anyway, let me get back to work. All right, well, that was a chore. My pile here's gotten bigger. I got all this mess pulled back from the fence, for the most part cleaned up. Really opened this back corner up. I need to take those two sumacs down. Pushed a few little ones down that were back up in here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything with these two or not. I'm afraid both of these are part of the fence. Yeah, there's wire in that one wrapped around that one. Those are just going to have to stand there for right now. If I can get the chainsaw, I know I can get the chainsaw out here. I'll top them. So at least if they do come down, they're not going to land on the fence. There's some little odds and ends here, but I'm about to pick up some big stuff that I don't need to run around trying to pick up with a bucket and run the land plane over this, try to fill in some holes. A lot of these stumps came right out of the ground. So I'm not gonna lie, this makes me happy. It's been a pain in the butt to get back up in here and try to mow this. And I probably cut down, there's those, and then there's a bunch in the pile over there, probably 100 of those sumac trees out of this corner. And there weren't many that were left laying on the ground in here. There's a stand right here of about 8 or 9 of them. I'd have to go back and look. And it took me a little while to get them down because they were still in fairly, sorry, I'm kicking stuff in a hole here. They were still in fairly decent shape. But I knew they were going to end up dying. So I went ahead and came out here and cut them down. And I got them on the ground. I said, all right, that's good for today. Let's come back tomorrow and chop them up and get them on the burn pile. And here we are a couple years later, and now I'm just pushing them up onto the pile. Now that little Kubota, she worked. I'm not gonna lie, there were some tough parts, but I'm surprised I didn't break it. Trust me, I've broken it out here before. I think the last time I worked on this a couple years ago is when I broke the front tie rod. That was not a good situation because I had to have the tractor to move water for the pigs. Anyway, whole other story. So anyway, I'm gonna finish cleaning up out here, and I guess I'll maybe come back one more time and show y'all what we got. All right, well, she put that cedar tree on the ground like it was nobody's business. So very glad to have that little stand of trees right there all down. And I wanted to clean up before I knocked that cedar tree down. One, because it's got a lot of limbs and stuff on it, but just so I don't really, man, I'm about to do it to myself again. Have to deal with all this today. I can come back out another time and cut this puppy up, but I am going to push it over near the pile. So that'll make me feel a little bit better. And I just run the land plane around a little bit, filled in a couple of low spots where I ripped out some big stumps. Now I have this black locust tree here. I think it's black locust. It's a locust, and it needs to come down too. But that one definitely isn't going to push. A little too much green in it. I could give it a shot, but let me see if I can get this puppy out of the way first, and I'm sure we'll just deal with that one another day. Well, that pushed up pretty easy. A few cuts and I'll be able to get it all on there. Tractor wasn't pushing that sucker over. We'll get her next time. Much better. Still work to do. I still got to finish sawing up this Widowmaker too. That would have been some good firewood. Well, I guess it still is good firewood if I can get it processed. Like the cows settle down. I'll tell you, it's about 30 degrees cooler over there in them bushes than it is sitting out here in the sun, especially on this tractor. Change some gears. Woohoo! tell you, I would rather not have a tree one on that fence line. It's been nothing but a pain in the butt. We'll let the tractor cool down for a minute. I'm gonna leave it here in the pasture in case I gotta use it to, hey, I was coming to check y'all out in the wallow. Y'all ain't gotta get up. Now y'all just gonna get mud all over me. Y'all think it's time to eat. Hungry pigs. Y'all doing all right in that wallow? Y'all don't get on me now. It ain't like I'm clean, but I don't need a healthy coating of hog. Sweet Caroline's drying up there. It's some Pied Piper action here. Y'all crazy. Well, some of y'all are out doing what y'all supposed to be doing, because not all of y'all are up here. Fig, what is up with that? You gonna let Sailor Girl put you in your place? Huh? I thought you were number 2 behind Juliet. Fig squared Lemon away yesterday real fast. Lemon thought she was gonna get over there and get on her. Now, Fig will dry up here in a couple days. Now, get on, Juliet. Oh, yeah, real good. Y'all can scratch your butts on my tractor, I reckon. If I'm gonna leave it out here, I gotta get side by side, figure out what my next moves are right after I bust that thistle. Why don't y'all eat them thistles for me? Huh, cutie? Possum, you look crazy, man. Blowing your coat. You and your brother. Just like your mama, look like a naked mole rat. Juliet, I thought that was you scratching on my tractor over there. It must have been Chip. All right, y'all get back in the mud. I'm done with y'all for right now. I see y'all made y'all's water a mess. I don't know if we'll see some rain today. It'd be nice. Need to tighten that latch up. Now I got one hen that keeps getting out, and she wants to come right up here. And I keep telling her, hen, this ain't where you need to be. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna sit down here in the shade for a minute. All right, everybody, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this week's video up. I'll try to get this out in the next couple days. Like I said, I like to put videos out on Sunday, but with us castrating pigs yesterday and then the cow getting in, which really wasn't a big deal. Oh my goodness. Clara just scared the shit out of me. Clara, what are y'all about to do?
I don't know, I was forced out here. 2 pig shots.
So there you go, folks. Forced farm labor. All right, y'all be good. We'll catch y'all next time. Claire, say bye.